how do you attract someone like that? Because, you know, you can imagine someone like that, they have so many options. Like how do you attract someone like that?
So there's two ways to go about it, and none of them are easy. So one is using a recruiter, which is an expensive way to go about it. And often, I mean, we've spoken to a ton of different recruiters where, again, they're recruiting agencies and this is literally all they do. And again, it really depends on where you're hiring as well. So like overseas, we're based in Canada, so like North America, et cetera, or overseas, we sort of have that differentiating based on price. But some of these, again, it depends. Like some of them are like $10,000-$15,000 up front just to even find you like a super high level
Wow.
application. Like, and obviously like this is for the actual hire. So they'll provide you with multiple applications until you get the hire. Or some of them, you know, that we've even spoke to, they charge up to 25% of yearly salary for that first year. And again, this is where, are you going to be paying for experience? You're going to be paying for potential. And, you know, as we sort of like, you know, as you build the agency, as I build the agency, as we just even progress, just like building cash flow and just like having cash stocked up, like this is something that's really worth thinking about, because, you know, now you're going from someone you have to hold their hand from a little bit to someone that's way more experienced that again can allow you to sort of take yourself out of those roles, and then, you know, they've been there, done that, seen a lot, and you can sort of put them into a managerial role. And the other way to do it is headhunting. So, like, you know, literally just the other agencies in the space, so other e-commerce brands. Again, like the best way to do it is like through LinkedIn, obviously, because like you can see who works for who, and basically just like reaching out to them and saying, you know, like, hey, are you interested in looking for another job? Or, you know, just kind of starting that conversation. And this is something I learned at Agency Founders as well. That we started having a VA now, sort of just like doing this every single day, because it's, I mean, very low percentage, right? Obviously, maybe out of every 100 people, you'll get one person that responds that's even interested in having that conversation, like even entertaining it. Because again, you know, people are, you know, they're especially, you know, if they're getting paid a salary, people are always interested to get paid a little bit more, and obviously work for a better company. So like I would say that's probably the two best ways to do it, is either a recruiter or headhunting. It's very hard to build it in-house because, like I said, you're sort of paying for that potential as opposed to that experience, which, you know, it's at a certain point, what do you want and what's going to take you to that next level easier?
Why business owners, let's say e-commerce businesses, would rather hire an agency like yourself rather than hiring in-house. Because hiring in-house, either you're going to have to teach them and you probably don't even know what you're doing, because if you did, you wouldn't hire someone else. And then, you know, you might hire someone to realize that they're not a good fit. So this is another reason why they would rather hire an agency rather than, you know, hiring a team in-house, I would assume.
100%. And I mean, like we've even, you know, we've lost clients to that before where they've ended up taking it in-house. And if you've even come back before from that situation, and even, you know, one of our larger clients that's, you know, paying us, you know, upwards of $20,000 a month in recurring payments, you know, they had the conversation of, you know, do we want to take this in-house? And I kind of sat them down, you know, fully transparent. And I was like, okay, this is what we're offering for you guys. I mean, there's almost a team of 10 of us working on, you know, everything at this point: paid ads, email marketing, conversion rate optimization. It's not just one person here and there. So I kind of sat them down and said, listen, you know, I'm paying a team of 10 people full-time salaries here. This isn't just, you know, $4,000 a month coming out of my pocket. So again, this is kind of what it would look like for you guys. I totally understand from a business owner's perspective wanting to bring it in-house. Again, maybe you'll have a little bit more control. You guys can have a little bit more overseeing of the situation. But again, like you just mentioned, not only now are you going to be going to look for talent that is equal to what we're being able to deliver for you, but now you're paying for 10 people's salaries that now you didn't have. Now you're paying for payroll tax. Now you're paying for insurance. Now you're paying for, because oftentimes a lot of these e-commerce brands, they end up hiring in-house, right? Like they live in Idaho, they hire someone from Idaho. Like they live in Detroit, they hire in Dubai. I mean, like a lot of these e-commerce brands, they're not like us in the sense of where oftentimes they're hiring, you know, overseas people or a VA or whatever. Like that's not really necessarily on their scope of things to do. And so like I really just sat them down and kind of like broke down the costs, and they were like, you know what, I think you're right, actually. You know, like the headache that it's worth to even find a team, like, yeah, maybe that is worth it. But like, okay, there's like 8 of you guys. Even if we were to bring on maybe a team of 4 people and they're only focusing on that, again, it probably still ends up to being even more expensive. Like imagine you're paying 4 people, you know, close to 6 figures a year. I mean, that's going to be more than what our costs are as an agency. So at the end of the day, would you rather have a team of people that only have the view of one account, or of the view of people that, we're working on 25 different accounts? We have all these different aspects that we can, different data touch points and different reference points to say, this is what's working, this is what's not. And again, I just, obviously we're a little bit biased, but it's been, really, it's truthful, to be honest.